Gilbert, the man of the hour, joining us now live from Oracle Park. Drew, congrats on the win. Kylan and George here with you. I want to start with your first two at-bats, 2 doubles off one of the best pitchers in baseball in Chase Burns. What was the scout that led you to having that kind of success?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, and you know it's going to be a battle. You just try to be specific about what you're trying to do, and I think the biggest thing is just go up there and compete because it's going to be tough. Credit to the guys behind me. Obviously, I try to set the tone for Rafi and everybody behind him, and huge swing by him tonight. And I mean, great outing by the pitching too. Pitching a shutout. So cold.
You took that in stride. That was nice.
Yeah. I don't know, but no, great win. Anytime you can get a win, it's a good thing.
I like that Basabe was filling in for Willie Adames.
And he did it so
coming
calm
through with
and confidently.
it, yeah,
he just
the power.
that was very nicely executed. Drew, I have to ask you, there's a little bit of blood between yourself and Burns having the alma mater a little bit. Is there a little back and forth from the volunteer days when you guys both kind of went there? And is there a little, you want to get the best of him, obviously?
Sure. I mean, but that's that's anybody you go against, right? Obviously, had some great memories with him. He's a great teammate of mine, and he's been a great pitcher so far in this league, and he's going to continue to do that. Glad we were able to get him tonight. But yeah, of course, anytime you get an opportunity to compete, for the San Francisco Giants, you want to take that opportunity in stride. So glad we can get a win in front of this fan base.
Since you brought up the word opportunity, Drew, a number of roster changes today, a lot of different lineup changes compared to even what we saw yesterday. What's the mindset like of this group right now with so many young players getting those opportunities that you talked about, and I'd imagine with something to prove?
Yeah, just get better every day, and then show up and try to win a ball game. Obviously the season hasn't gone how we wanted it to, but there's no excuse not to show up every single day and compete to your best of your ability, right? So, we know how much better we need to get, and we know how blessed all of us are to have this opportunity to wear this uniform. So, we try to take full advantage of that. Obviously, some nights doesn't go our way, but it doesn't mean we're not going to show up the next day and give it our best effort.
Well, Drew, we appreciate the time. Thanks. Congrats again. We'll let you go dry off.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Again, took it like a champ. Yeah. I saw the ice pouring over your shoulders.
Yeah, he took his time on that, didn't he? Have a good night, guys.
Let's get out now to Oracle Park because Jason Foley, the Giants reliever, is joining us now. Jason, appreciate the time. I want to hear about the mentality from this bullpen. You get called into action early, and this is a group that combined 6 pitchers for the shutout. What'd you see from both yourself and some of your teammates that was so effective tonight?
Yeah, first of all, tough spot. Hoping Wiz is all right. But, yeah, definitely a tough spot to come into. You just want to come in and throw some strikes and hopefully limit the damage there in the first inning. And then, yeah, just try to go as long as you can until the skipper says you're good and pass the baton to the next guy. And, everyone did a great job. So, great performance.
Jason's stuff looked great tonight. Obviously, the outing was really, really good. Can you tell us a little bit, and for the folks at home, the fire drill when something like that happens, when Wiz goes down and the phone rings, tell everybody at home what that's like when everyone's up trying to figure out what is about to happen.
Yeah, never a good sign when the bullpen's in the game there in the third. That was my first time ever having to come in for an injury, so it was a little weird. But right when the trainers came out, everyone's kind of starting to tie their cleats and doing some random stretches and trying to get as loose as they possibly can. And then they called my name, so luckily you got as much time as you need to get out there. But yeah, you try to the adrenaline kind of kicks in right away and it flips the switch. So not an ideal spot, but happy it worked out.
It had to have helped as well that your offense built up that 5-run lead in the first 2 innings. Like, how much does their performance give you all confidence, especially in a situation like this where you're called into action early?
Yeah, I mean, they were swinging the bats super well. Obviously they had their best guy on the mound. And, the first inning was loud out, or hit after hit, and a loud out even. And they got him out of the game early for us. So, it's really nice to pitch with a 5-run lead. So, yeah, they did an awesome job.
So, Jason, this lineup today, it only had 2 guys from opening day in Rafael Devers and Jung Hoo Lee in it. There are a lot of young guys, a lot of guys who are really trying to open eyes and make a name for themselves to continue getting playing time for the rest of this season and next season. What did you notice from some of the guys in that lineup that are just getting an opportunity this year now to make names for themselves?
Yeah, they're all swinging it great. I mean, like you said, a lot of them are rookies. and they're all trying to play for jobs starting jobs for the rest of the year and next year, and they did a great job today. Like you said, they're taking good approaches up there, and hitting the ball hard, and that's all you can ask for. So hopefully they keep doing down the stretch, and we could play a pretty good September.
Jason, real quickly before we let you go, you're new to this organization, spent some time rehabbing to start the year. What's your favorite part about San Francisco? That's what I want to know.
There's a lot to like about the city. I've always loved playing at Oracle. It's an unbelievable ballpark, probably one of my favorites, and a great city too. I would say the stadium's an awesome stadium to play for, playing every day as a home player, and probably just the stadium. Great weather too.
Great weather. Cannot complain at all. Well, we appreciate a little bit nicer than some Detroit winters. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing more of you down the final stretch of the season.
Thank you.
What's the concern level with Whisenhunt's elbow?
Well, anytime a guy comes out of the game, you're concerned, and also your heart goes out for him because you want to see him follow through with the outing, but more importantly, you just want to see guys stay healthy. But he's got discomfort, obviously, in his pitching arm, the elbow area, so get it looked at tomorrow and see what it says.
Is he going to get an MRI or any imaging or anything?
Yeah, tomorrow.
You obviously know how talented Chase is. Just what was the key to getting to him early tonight?
Yeah, I mean, our guys did a great job on him. I think, a little bit of it is, again, if I could go back in time, I forget who asked the question in Boston, like, how do you assess the series? I mean, a lot of our lives are based on wins and losses, but the one thing we had not done is suffer a walk-off loss and come back the next day. And if Jungi's ball hits the green monster, you're looking at maybe 5-run inning in the first. So, and regardless of how many runs we ended up scoring in that inning, it was just the approach we had going into that game in the first inning. We honestly hadn't done that all year long after gut-wrenching losses or whatever you want to call them. And then same thing, you come off that road trip the way you are. It's definitely good to be at home. But you're less rested, and you're a little bit bummed out too from how the road trip went, win and loss records. So I think it's kind of more just about how they came out was awesome. I mean, and then again to do it against, it was not the perfect night for him, but it's a guy that's probably going to win a Cy Young at some point. And for our guys to swing it the way they did, we could have even scored more runs. We had a chance to put a dagger in there, especially in the fourth inning, with the runner at third, and didn't. But it was impressive.
Hi, Tony. How important were Drew's 2 doubles? I mean, right out of the gate for you guys, those first 2 innings to lead to those run chances, to get on the board.
Yeah, it's good. We've talked about the leadoff spot a bunch in Boston, and for a variety of reasons, we've mixed and matched a bunch of different guys. But he likes being in that spot. I think he gives us a good at-bat. And regardless of how it goes, I feel like he kind of sets the tone a little bit. He's coming more and more out of his shell and really starting to see the competitor that he is. But he kind of set the tone for, the game with the first at-bat. That one I would put the asterisk to even more so. And then you're getting on base in front of Rafi. So, yeah, it was huge.
Carson's had some trouble settling in his outings. What did you see from him today prior to the injury, and did you look at it as progress to that point?
Yeah, I mean, as far as how he was throwing the ball, he was probably, and I'm stealing Mess's words, but I think it would have been consensus from the dugout. He was throwing the ball as well as he had. No command issues whatsoever till the 9th hitter, and that was a competitive at-bat. So he was in the zone a ton too, but just the way he was throwing the ball, I think in order for his slider to continue to improve, he's got to throw it more, which he's been doing, but you judge it off how do the misses look, and I thought the misses looked really good there. And then same for every pitcher, your best pitch needs to be effective, and his change was really, really good. I thought he was doing well. His delivery and his tempo in his delivery can get a little rushed at times. That's where I've been coming from with my adrenaline theory. Like when he's fired up in the first couple innings in particular, his tempo almost every pitch was awesome.
Tony, with that lineup against that starting pitcher and the result that we saw, what does it say about the game of baseball and that anything can happen? And also, what does it say about maybe the team moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about, winning a World Series, you got to have a lot of things go right for you, all kind of laundry list of things. And then on top of it, you probably got to have as much talent, if not more, than most of the league, if not all the league. So you got to have all these great things. But to win a game during the regular season, I'm a firm believer you just got to have guys that are hooked up. And right now, again, hopefully we all can work together, whether it's our group as coaches or the players, both sides together, to show results that back that up and boost confidence. But they're hooked up. They're hooked up right now. And like you said, it is baseball. There's a bunch of reps. Anything can happen. And to win a game, you just got to come out and you got to play hard. And it'd be nice to say, mistake-free or flawless or clean or whatever, but that's just not true. We made several mistakes tonight. Boston beat us, and Koss had a Little League home run against them. Things are going to happen, but I feel like if you're hooked up and got the right mindset, it's there. And it kind of started with a little fresh vibes. It was great for everybody to meet Shea. Rafi kind of leading the hitters meeting with some thoughts, kind of with now Willie not there next to his side, he kind of just took the reins and said some things. And I think it all was going in the right direction in the first inning. And fortunately, we had stuff on the scoreboard to back that up.
Why did Nate Furman come out tonight, and how about the job the bullpen did? No walks until the end of the
Nate will
game.
be back out there tomorrow. We're just kind of splitting the game with him and Basabi. And, they were either going to go left-handed pitcher, which we had Basabi on deck to face the lefty. In that situation, the spot didn't come up, so we went ahead and made the switch anyhow. And then your other question was?
Just the bullpen tonight, they were so good, no walks until.
Well, the last time we sat in this room, it was just not it might have been our worst game of the year as far as just fundamentals go. Since then, it's been really good in the pen. If some of the runs should be unearned runs and weren't, just calling it like it is. So if someone took the time to look at the body of work the bullpen's had the last 7 games, it's been exceptional. And could have done a couple different things to put guys in a more successful position, and it could have been even better. So as far as what those kids are doing, when they're been given the ball, it's been a lot of attacking the strike zone, and you're seeing some guys' stuff start to blossom a little bit too.
How's your elbow?
Feels all right. Get a MRI tomorrow to see kind of where it's at and go from there. Felt great. It's honestly probably the best I've felt all year. Just mechanical, pitch shapes, velo, everything just felt really good today until the last 2 pitches. Honestly, I couldn't really pinpoint it right now, but no, not anything similar to this feeling.
Just last 2 pitches?
Yeah.
What's your personal level of concern?
Trying not to think about it, honestly, but never really felt anything like this, so I don't really know kind of where to be at with it. So just kind of play it by ear, get the MRI tomorrow, and then go from there. I think all the work we've been putting in lately has probably been the biggest contributor, like working on mechanical stuff, pitch shapes, just kind of everything all together. But just not overthinking it, honestly, just kind of letting it happen. But just kind of go from there, and obviously not ideal situation, but just see what happens from here.
What can you say about the work that the bullpen did to?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Obviously not trying to strand the bullpen like that, but I mean Foley coming in with first and third to clean up the last out for my inning, and then going back out, and then everybody else just kind of doing their job, just continuing to fall in line and help the team win.
So this is not really a similar feeling to when you sprained your elbow in, what was it, 23?
It would have been 23 after the All-Star break. No, very different feeling than that. I can, not trying to move it a ton right now. Just kind of waiting and seeing. I mean, both of them, 2-seam and 4-seam today, felt way better than they have all year, probably. Just being able to command it away in front hip in the 2-seam to the righties today opened up a lot of different avenues, so it kept them off the changeup, the slider, and the slurve, I guess. But just being able to play the 2 and the 4 off of each other opened up a lot for me and helped me just give me that confidence of the work I've been putting in with both of them. No. Could be wrong. I mean, I don't really know what it is yet, but I don't think it had anything to do with it.
It's been kind of a weird season for a lot of guys. How would you describe the issues and how have you been able to take care of yourself?
I'd say probably in the same boat of a weird year. Just very back and forth. But I mean, physically, I felt great all year. This just kind of, to me, came out of nowhere. But just being able to be consistent in the weight room and doing my stuff in the training room every day that I need to, just to be able to go out there, but obviously not trying to have an injury, but part of the game. So just kind of see where we're at after the MRI, and hopefully it's nothing, just pinched nerve or something like that, but we'll see.
The pinched nerve was enough where when you try to make a throw motion, it just really hurt?
Didn't really try to throw after the last pitch, so could be pinched nerve, could be something else. Just kind of wait until tomorrow to find out.